Come on, you gotta be quicker than that, Flash. Hello, Barry, aka.
Oh wait, my actual name?
Your actual name.
Luis.
Luis.
Hello, Lex.
Yes. Aka Jamal Johns.
Jamal Johns.
Yes.
That sounds like a really good basketball name.
It is, and it's a JJ. I'm an official JJ, just like Lex Luthor is an official LL. That's right.
I don't know if that was
So
planned.
tell me about yourself.
Well, today I'm Barry Allen.
Okay.
On every other day, I'm Luis Sepulveda, and I just work in New York City at a restaurant. So that's pretty lackluster.
I wouldn't say that. Working at a restaurant can be tough.
What about you?
Dealing with the public, I do the same. I work not in a restaurant, but in a boutique, a store. And yeah, I too have to deal with the public. You know, it takes a strong mentality.
Sometimes I just don't want to save them. Sometimes I'm running by and I'm like, should I just keep running? Or I like the glitter. Like, how did you really get that? Like,
so the glitter is actually, you know, I felt since Lex Luthor is turning over a new leaf. He's becoming the next Superman because Superman ended up missing. A lot of people said he was dead. So he took up the mantle. And this actually is Superman's cape.
this is current, like in the current Rebirth.
This is in the current DC Universe Rebirth series, yes. And the glitter, it's glitter blast. It's glitter blast.
Krylon?
Yes, I use Plasti Dip right over it. I'm sorry, not Plasti Dip, acrylic gloss. Plasti Dip comes on before I do anything.
I was gonna say Plasti Dip.
Yeah, that comes on before anything. And then when I'm finalizing the paint job, I'll coat it with Krylon crystal clear gloss. Okay. And that protects it. That makes so, because it's glitter, if it wasn't, it'll get on everything.
Every time you go like shake someone's hand, or like it's like cover them in glitter.
Girls would have been like, oh, strip club again?
That's
no.
true.
Whenever I make my cosplays, I try to bring it to life as if it was being shot in a movie. So I like to make sure that everything, if it's a fabric, use fabric. If it's a metal, make it look like metal, you know? Yeah. So, Luis, you gotta tell me how you made your armor.
Okay, so does need a little TLC. But that aside, so I used basic like craft foam to start off with, and then EVA foam. The thicker parts like right here are a little bit more like the thicker foam, and then the slighter parts are the craft foam. So basically like layering upon, and then I use Warbler, which is, you know, like a thermoplastic. From there, I just kind of like, so once I put the EVA foam, I had to make the patterns for everything first. I used just regular computer paper. I just kind of like put it on my chest, made like a generic like shape, and then I put down, actually drew it out afterward, because it's like, once you get the shape down, it's like, okay, cool, now let me actually just make it look like it needs to look. Right. So, did that, and then I just started kind of layering. This, like, once I put the Warbler on, because you kind of, it's funny, like, as you're going throughout the whole process, you think, this doesn't look good, and then when you start putting everything together, you're like, oh, I was right, like, it's coming along just the way I thought it would. But that was, like, that worked out really nicely. I just kind of had to really, like, go in and, like, look at the details, because the Flash costume didn't have as many, like, back-to-back shots, or, like, you kind of see the front, but, like, what do you see the sides and whatnot. What I've seen, like these little ridges.
Yeah, how did you do that?
So in short, like, so this is again layering.
And you did it on the other side too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you have symmetry going on.
One thing that I saw that people like ended up not really kind of noticing in other Flash cosplays I've seen were these little ridges. So what I did was just kind of layer the craft foam, and then I cut out like the shape on top, and I put another layer of craft foam on top. So it's just kind of like building and making it look kind of like a 3D puzzle. Right. And once you build that, then you just coat it in the Warbler. And then you just kind of like let it like simmer, put it on top. I'm missing the bicep and the arm piece because I was like in a hurry, and you know, I already got here.
You're always in a hurry.
Always in a hurry. So what was the inspiration behind this cosplay?
Well, the inspiration behind this cosplay lies with the fact that Lex Luthor is human. He has no superpowers, which means anybody can be Lex Luthor. You don't have to have bald head, but you just need your brains and your willpower and genius intellect. And that's what I like about this character. He is sort of like Metropolis' version of Batman. Everybody loves Batman. And when I went to my first con in 2013 at New York Comic Con, I dressed up as a Batman using one of the suits that I used for a previous film that I made called Dark Superman. Can be seen on YouTube.
No one has to get hurt.
Superman, they got the whole place rigged with explosives.
Just drop the weapons. Let these people go. And we can end this fiasco.
And I went there and, you know, I was dressed in this Batman suit and I saw tons of other Batmans. And I said, all right, you know, it was like, okay, I paid tribute. But now let me do something a little different from that. Still keeping that human mentality and being able to be a superhero without the superpowers.
Are there any cosplayers that you admire most?
There are cosplayers that I admire most. I think my first time breaking into cosplay, I met Becca Noel and Dareza Maramis. And they were wearing their Mass Effect cosplays back in 2013 at New York Comic Con. Once I saw them, I was like, you guys are awesome, and it really inspired me to create armor crafts.
Sweet.
Are there any cosplayers that you admire the most?
Yeah, my friend Dynamite Weber is definitely one of them. Like, I definitely enjoy like having a lean build to like cosplays, just because a lot of characters like Nightwing, it's easy to get spandex, but I just also like the intricacy of like building armor, and he just does that really well. And I also have my friends Amanda Rose, so she sews like everything that she makes. And like she makes really great bodysuits, like out of spandex, out of like pleather, and like I see her and I'm like, I just want to learn how to sew like that. Honestly, like being able to make a jacket. She's made jackets before, and I'm just like, that's really all I want to do. Like learn how to like make clothes. Honestly.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Right on.
Who shot first?
Han Solo shot first. Everybody knows that.
Not Greedo. No Greedo.
Nacho cheese or Cool Ranch?
Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
Cool. Too cool.
Leonardo or Raphael?
Raphael.
Okay.
Yeah, Raphael for sure. He's a badass. Pokemon or Digimon?
Oh, damn.
It's right up your alley.
Oh man, that's like, I'm gonna go with Pokemon for the game, but Digimon for the story. But just Digimon. Sorry to everyone else. Digimon. Justice League or Avengers?
Justice League.
It would have been a little bit upsetting if you said something else.
Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
Harry freaking Potter, man. Like he who must not be named, the boy who lived, Hermione Granger, the brightest witch of her age.
Teenage bopperish. Right. What do you see?
I mean, I kind of saw like a pelvis. Yeah, I see a pelvis.
Pelvis.
Yeah.
Duly noted.
What do you see?
I see man over alien, the death of Superman, and the rise of a new Superman.
You're really seeing something. That's a reach. Can you sing your character's theme song?
Dun 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 dun. Of course I can. Can you sing your can you sing your character's theme song?
Could be a hard no. I could try, but I really.
Can I try for you?
I mean, I want to like, you know, I can't hum that way, man. They have a really beautiful piano, and I just can't recreate it. I'm ashamed. Sorry.
You can give your childhood self a piece of advice. What would it be?
Accept things as they are. I think that I tried to change a lot of things when I was younger, and I definitely wanted to be in control of everything, and like try to just like, okay, I try to be perfect. Don't try to be perfect. I think the more you try to do that, the farther away you get from everything you want to be. And when I moved here to New York, I just got to see that, like, oh, everything I was trying to be wasn't ever me. So I think if you just slowly let yourself just experience everything, you know, you'll eventually come to what it needs to. You'll get to where you need to be. So, what would you tell your childhood self, that one piece of advice?
The one piece of advice that I would tell my childhood self is to continue to stay positive when accepting negative criticism as an artist. I think a lot of the times I would care too much about what people would think and not believe and feel positive about what I've created. So I would tell my childhood self is just keep going on, believe in it, and you can only grow from it. Yeah, failure is the best teacher. Cool. You might want to move over now.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah. Can we shift the whole situation?
Let's do a cut.